vent to me, shadow time, shadow work, shadow time, whatever. A very, very productive day for the most part. Very, very productive day. Work, readings, productive day. I had like an urge. I will admit I had an urge to smoke, but I'm in school, so I'm not going to smoke. And to each his own, right? That's my choice. But I will drink every now and then while in school. So the first thing that I had a taste for was margaritas. And I think about my neighbor, which my neighbor is my son's friend from school. So I think about her, and then immediately I fall into an energy like, no, no. So I try to procrastinate hitting her up, knowing that I deserve some chill time, some me time. Literally, we vibe as mothers, chill, talk. Sometimes she has her families over, you know what I'm saying? Her mom will be there, or her husband, whatever. And I try to make excuses. I went out to go get some candles for the full moon ritual. And on my way back, I did it. I texted her, right? I fought the energy because I would have just went to sleep. Like, honestly, you guys, I'm going to do the full moon ritual either late tonight or early in the morning. I love mornings, early mornings. I love them. Okay? So I text her. She like, yeah, I'm with my cousin. So I make the excuse like, it's okay. We asked each other how we was doing. We haven't seen each other for maybe like a month and a half, even though we're neighbors. And, we just chopping it up and politicking and stuff like that. And she's like, yeah, I'm here with my cousin. I'm like, well, I was thinking about a margarita, and of course you came to mind because you make the best ones or whatever. And I was like, maybe another time. I used that as an excuse. She was like, well, you come chill with us. And I thought about it and I went for it. Spirit pushed me, not me, which was a good idea. I went over there. I had a good time. We played games and stuff like that. The kids had fun. And before I went over there, when I was getting the candles, my oldest sister sent me a picture of one of my cousins that had committed suicide this summer. And this was my father's brother's son. And that shit impacted, like, even though as a family dynamic, we probably are not as solid as we should be, that shit impacted our heart space. What I know, speaking me and my brothers and sisters, in a very, very traumatic, dense way. And a lot of times, I just want to let y'all know I am a part of the collective. It doesn't matter what I do for spirit. I am a part of the collective. You feel me? So, you get me? I am guilty of a lot of things, of hiding energies and feelings and things of that nature. I feel like for the most part, individually, from my siblings, we have been processing things in a very organic way, whichever way we choose to or whatever. I felt like it's healthy, whatever we choose to. And my older sister sent me a picture of, a throwback picture of I don't know. You don't ever know what somebody's going through. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever know the demons that people are fighting. I know my cousin lived a whole life that was my older cousin that I probably don't even know about. But for the most part, we are blood relatives. You know what I'm saying? family, you know? And it's just, you never know what somebody is battling internally, spiritually, the demons that they are fighting. And I feel things and know things differently because spiritually what I do. And then I have my own battles. And I just think about, like, just recently I was with my siblings in the East Coast. And, per usual, we having fun. And then I was able to have a secure time with one of my sisters. This is like, I'm trying to think about where my sister is. So it's my older sister, then one of my brothers, and then my sister that I had a conversation with. And during this very deep, passionate conversation with my sister, one of her children were present during this conversation. And he was like how I would say maybe the middle child. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a solid reflection of his father, you know, a solid, like, reflection of his father. And I was able to express certain things to my sister about the things that I was going through. And I had a situation with a false lover that I was with. There was somebody that, when I came out to Texas for protection with my daughter's father, me and this individual came out here together. And she was on her own journey, I was on my journey, but we were supposed to be there for each other. And I shared some deep things with my sister because there was a time that I was going through things with this individual and my family did not know. You know what I'm saying? At this time, over a year from when it happened, this individual, because for some reason, because I decided that I didn't want to deal with this person or be friends with this person because of things that they have done to me and the truth that was shown to me, they decided to do a humiliation ritual of me. Put me on the internet, my privacy, my feelings at the time when I was fighting a legal battle, just so many different things. And what a lot of people don't know, including my family, is that my family didn't know that I was going through this at this time. My family found out about these things when this person posted this to the public. So not only have I had to process this humiliation ritual and what this person that I once had loved, which was a false lover, so whatever I loved was made up. But not only that, I had to present myself to my family to let them know what was going on in private because they had no idea these things was going on. I had a deep conversation with my sister and I let her know what was going on. I felt like we had an understanding and I was letting her know. This goes back to my cousin who had taken his life. The one that I'm talking about, he had committed suicide because of certain things that he had gone through. And I was expressing to my sister, like, I just felt like a lot of people was judging me as a mother, And I was going through the court situation with my daughter's father due to domestic violence. And in secret, I was dealing with a whole nother domestic situation that I was trying to keep silent so it wouldn't jeopardize my case with my daughter. And I felt like if I was to go back to the East Coast that I was going to die. I felt like death waited for me there. And whenever I go back there to visit my daughter, I feel like death is there. I could never fully enjoy time with my family because I feel like something is out to get me or end my life out there, And that's something I've been holding inside for a long time. And I was able to tell my sister, and I just felt like a part of me was free. An inch.